Welcome viewers, this is Windshare. Where have I been? Well, I've been out in space, and I can't put this game down. Elite Dangerous, mind my own business, and I see a distortion out in the middle of space. I've never seen this before. What is this thing? Everything's kind of blurry on my screen. I was just out farming some pirate kills and getting some bounties, and the thing disappears. I'm like, I'm not sure what's going on here. Never seen this before. Everything's still kind of double vision type thing. See this planetary system over here off my left, and then again I see it in the upper left hand corner of the screen again. I'm like, what is this distortion? No idea. And then I see an unidentified signal source. I'm like, maybe I'll investigate this distress call. What the heck? I've never seen a distress call. Threat level 4 is not a good sign though, but one of the things I like about these games in this space simulator is the sense of exploration. You don't really know what's out there. It's a huge, literally this game is modeled after the size of the Milky Way. So it's very uncommon to run into other players out in the solar system unless you're trying to, because it's just simply so big. And by the way, this is all PlayStation 4, PS4 Pro gameplay. Had a lot of fun with this game lately, just can't put it down, doing all kinds of stuff. But here I am about to warp into this position, find out what is under distress. And hop in here, see some targets, and oh, holy cow, a capital ship, a federal capital ship. Never seen one of these before in the game, and I've played the game a lot of hours. Other than maybe seeing them docked at a starport here and there. Very uncommon. I've never seen them out in the elements. I'm finding out, what's this guy under distress from? He's taking some damage of like sidewinders. There's a group of 3 sidewinders. There's no fighter support for this capital ship, so I don't know if these guys are torpedoing it or what, but I'm gonna take them on. I've got a Viper large fighter craft that can take on pretty good targets, but anytime you take on more than one ship, you're kind of rolling the dice. So I'm taking on 3, even though these are really small, light, not really a fighter type aircraft. I should be able to take these ships out, no problem. But I'm a little concerned about, again, being outnumbered 1, 2, and 3. But the loadouts in this ship I have, I've got a couple, or I've got 3 turrets, 2 beam lasers, 1 cannon. The cannon alone's a $4 million credit weapon. And then my favorite, the railgun, which you'll see me when I land on targets, just wholly satisfying. It's a fixed target, so it's not gimbaled like these other turrets are that can essentially free target. You have to actually aim the railgun to lead the target and actually contact it. There's me looking up here. I love the controller support of this game. It was really good. You just simply flip your wrist up to look up, and it's real intuitive. Again, the sound quality in this game is second to none. Probably the best sound quality design I've ever seen in a game. Just whenever you're using your engines or shooting targets or just your computers inside the ship they're flying, lots of fun. Now look what happened. Holy cow. All of a sudden 5 more ships just showed up, and now I feel like I just made a mistake because my shields are down. I've got 5 guys attacking me. I got laser beams going all around me. I'm in a world of hurt right here. I said this was a mistake. I need to get out of here, but I'm not gonna let the capital ship down. That's why I figure with some support from capital ship, I should be able to at least take on some of these guys. So I'm gonna try to take them on. Just kind of trying to single out targets when I can. Keep moving. My thrusters are compromised here. I'm taking hull damage. A lot going on here in the screen. Beams flashing around like, oh god, this is bad. What did I get myself into? I'm probably going to have to die and use my insurances. I think my insurance balance is like 500,000 credits every time I die, which is a pretty considerable chunk of change. I don't have a whole lot of credits in this game. But I'm still going to try to take these guys on and try to prioritize the closest target, the one I see there in the red screen shooting missiles at me right there. That's what those white diamonds are into my ship. And try to do at least some damage to these guys. And then when you think matters can't get any worse, they do. And there's just this epic moment coming here in a moment. I'm just like, this game just never ceases to amaze me. But I thought for sure, like, well, okay, here's the turning point. My shields are starting to get some strength back. I've got this guy's shields down for the most part. I think I can probably finish this one off and then get this guy with the plasma cannon behind me next and work on him. But there's so much you can do in this game. From I've been flying tourists around, criminals, pirating stuff, going out and finding trade salvage data, and if you find that in damaged or collateral damage type of what am I trying to say? Debris fields. bring that back to stage. I just love this flying around in this game, just basically just how you can do anything in this game, but it's a really steep learning curve. I actually uninstalled the game first because I was like, this isn't for me. I just can't figure it out. I actually played a little bit of this on PC. It's the first time I played it on PlayStation 4 and trying to get back into it. Holy crap is exactly what I was thinking when that thing just literally a capital ship signature detected. I'm like, what? I already have a capital ship here. Well, no, it's a pirate capital ship that's literally jumping in right in front of my face. I'm stuck in its mast, locked me, and I don't know what to do here. I just think it's game over. I'm like, well, okay, this is the first time I've ever seen this. I can't move, my thrusters are down, I've taken a lot of hull damage, and I just think I'm dead meat, but I kind of try to get myself unlocked here a little bit. One of the criticisms I have about this game on PlayStation 4 is the frame rate drops horrifically in situations like this. I mean, 2 capital ships, fighters all around, the game it definitely struggles. And I've got this set for quality over performance, I think, so I'm even willing to sacrifice some of the quality to try to get better resolutions and such. You know, definitely an advantage to a PC over the console experience, but still pretty solid console experience. But I mean, just moments like this, you're only going to see in this game. I mean, 2 capital ships going at it, toe to toe, fighters darting around. I'm staying away from the capital ship all I can right here. I'm just going to focus on the fighters and just lay waste to that with the railgun right there. You can see it land. Again, the sound effects in this game are phenomenal. It's just really satisfying when you take out targets using the railgun or just really any weapon. It just sounds so good. It feels good. It's quite rewarding. Line them up right here. Try to pull it off one more time. The railgun takes a moment to charge, and it's best to use when their shields are down. The enemies are. You gotta kind of feather your throttle here to get it around, and I mean, there's a lot to do in this game. It's balancing your sensors, your systems. Boom, there it is. Oh man, that's so satisfying when that thing connects. So I've dispatched most of all the fighters, and for now I think what I'm going to do is find out what happens when you get too close to Capital's ship. I'm not sure if the game locked up on me here in a moment, but it essentially just like stops me in my tracks again. It's like a tractor beam. And there's the last fighter I just took out. That's the pirate ship there on my right. That's my friendly ship there in the middle of the screen. And I'm not really sure what's going on with these lasers, like if this is glitched or what. I don't think they're really supposed to be dancing around like that, but I think that's a glitch. But you can really see where they're doing the damage to each other is through flak cannons there on the perimeter of the ships, and they're just going at it. And again, I'm completely unfamiliar here. I'm not sure what's going on. Like, I can't move at this point. I'm trying to thrust around, so I'm going to hit my booster here in a minute, and it causes a big hit to my hull damage. So I'm not sure what that causes that. Maybe you guys have played this game and have some experience, can elaborate. But it did say there in the text afterwards, like, you're getting too close to the ship. See, there it is. It just took like a massive amount of shield damage or hull damage. In the text it says don't get too close to the ship, so I'm not sure what that means. But I just want to share one of these moments in this game with you guys, and just kind of expose you to games other than first-person shooters. I'm enjoying playing games like this. I've always had a special place in my heart for space combat games, because that's literally what started my interest in gaming, particularly on PC years ago. And then, of course, I kind of got away from PC, and I like seeing games like this come to console. They really feel at home with the controller interface, and it runs quite well. Like I said, with the exception of maybe really heavy activity instances like this. But this had a lot of fun doing all kinds of stuff. This game, it doesn't hold your hand. It throws you in the fire. So there's a steep learning curve. Lots of videos out there on YouTube. I still have to reference them myself. I don't expect to be posting lots of this content, guys, on my channel. I've pretty much kind of gotten away from Battlefield right now. I'm kind of in a first-person shooter lull, but I'm enjoying branching out and play games like this, and that's where I've been. That's why you're not seeing much content on my channel. But I encourage you guys to try this game out. Like I say, you can do anything you want. It's literally open world. It's modeled after the size of the Milky Way. Here in this next clip, I'm just going to show you, before I run out, this, you know, you run across all these stories that you make your own in the game. Like in this instance, I'm chasing this pirate across the solar system because he's a mission target on my bounty and I need to eliminate him. And I'm chasing him, and it's just like I'm trying to catch up so I can interdict him with my interdictor. And I'm trying to catch up to him, but just as I'm just about to get him, I don't know if this is blind luck or what, he was making his way towards this this planet that had a, like Saturn, it has a ring of asteroids around it. And the rings are comprised of asteroids. But as he wouldn't, I don't know if he knew he was chasing him or what, and this is an NPC by the way, but he comes right up in there just as I'm about to grab him, and he flees into the asteroid belt. I'm like, that was friggin' ingenious. Because I got him right here. This is where you essentially catch him when you initiate the interdiction. But he keeps going, he goes straight into this asteroid belt, and I lose him. Like I can't pursue him in this asteroid belt. So there it is, and it forces you to go out of your super cruise, and I'm in this asteroid belt, like, damn it. Now I gotta blast out of here and essentially re-engage my hyperdrive and find another target. And just look at these like visuals. There's so many like just moments like this in this game where you're just like looking at planets that are all different. They're procedurally generated, kind of like No Man's Sky, but you know, not to compare the two. They're really two different games, but just the scope of this game is phenomenal. And the combat, like I say, here I am doing combat. Before this I was doing trading, hauling, just making money, profits, station to station, picking up bounties. Then I became like a space tourism with a different type passenger type ship, and I was flying passengers around for 400,000 to 500,000 credit adventures, short ones, or $1 million adventures if they want to do like a really long sightseeing tour across the galaxy. They want to go somewhere, then you have to go like a certain point, and then one time they wanted to see like some fissures on a planet, so I went down to the planet. You actually land on the planets. Went down the planet, looked at these fissures that were exploding off the surface. They were happy about that. Then we went on to the next position that they wanted to see, and then we had to take them back home to where we sourced the trip. So, like I say, you can mine in this game, you can fight, you can be a pirate, you know, and then you can see, you can dedicate yourself to a faction and become, if you want, like an Imperial Corvette driver or Federation pilot. And again, it's just like lots of time investment in this game. I think it's wholly worth the $60 investment if you want both packages. And you can just buy the basic game for $30. But if you want to be able to land on planets and get the Horizons package, that's another $30. Well, money well spent in my opinion. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed that first clip. I mean, you just don't see that stuff very often in this game. I just had a lot of fun with it. So here you see me come after here, one more pirate here at the end, and or one more target, and try to redeem myself after the last guy eluded me. But again, just having a lot of fun with this game. Hope you guys liked the video, and this win share. I hope to see you guys on the battlefield some point whenever Battlefield seems to turn around or the next first-person shooter comes about. But try this game, and I strongly recommend it. Thanks for watching.
Integrity compromised.